going on, guys? It's your boy the Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another video. Now, as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you. Now, I was literally just watching a documentary on BT Sport. It's called The Trilogy, and of course it's featuring Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, covering their 3 fights that took place over the last few years. And I'm sure, you know, we've all seen these documentaries about 100 times, and a lot of the footage I had already seen, but you know, there was some footage that I hadn't seen before, and it just got me thinking, man, like with Deontay Wilder, what a third fight that was between them two, by the way. I mean, that was, you know, we all remember how great it was, but just reliving it during that documentary was something to behold, man. The heart displayed from Deontay Wilder in that third fight, although he lost it, you know, it was a tremendous battle, man, one that had us on the edge of our seats. Deontay Wilder, how did he last into the 10th, 11th round of that fight? I've got no idea. Do you know what I mean? After the third round, he was literally spent, and he was fighting on pure instinct, bravery, heart, and you know, ultimately he lost the fight. Do you know what I mean? And this video here is just really asking, will Deontay Wilder continue fighting again? Is that the last time we would have seen Deontay Wilder in the ring? Now, on the podcast last week, we were speaking about it briefly, and you know, one thing that I said to my dad, who's obviously the co-host on that show, is that, you know, fighters don't want to go out like that. You know, he said it to me a million times, fighters don't want to retire on a loss. So there's a strong possibility that we could see Deontay Wilder again. But he made a great point in response to that, and he said that when you go out like that, though, you know, with, you know, the whole boxing world uniting to give you credit, it's kind of like, it's not, you know, a shame for Deontay Wilder to go out like that. So I want to know what's going to happen with Deontay Wilder next. I mean, does he go out on a, you know, he didn't win it, but it's still kind of like a high, because, you know, you've got the whole boxing world uniting to show how great of a performance you put in, how brave you was, and wanting more. Will he go out on that end, or will he go out, you know, with 1 more fight or 2 more fights? Remember, the reason why Deontay Wilder came into boxing in the first place was to look after his daughter. Do you know what I mean? It's a tremendous story, and you know, he's done that and more in terms of financially securing, you know, his future, his children's future, and his grandchildren's future. Do you know what I mean? He's made a lot of money in the sport. He's built up a name. He was a former world champion. You know, when he does eventually retire, he's got a lot to look back on and be happy about in terms of what he's achieved in his career. So not everybody can say that, you know, they've represented their country and, you know, gone on to win a world title, especially at heavyweight. So listen, if it is the last fight of Deontay Wilder, he might not be able to do so right now, but you can look back on it in fond memories, you know, in terms of the bravery and the heart that he showed. Obviously, he really wanted to beat Fury. It was a grudge fight. The two afterwards, you know, Fury did try and reconcile with him. Deontay Wilder wasn't having it, and then a few days later he did come out and publicly congratulate Fury, which was a good thing. So yeah, if he was to end it now, then you can only really just say, you know what, respect. People would say whatever about his ability, but like I said, you have to have some sort of ability to get to where he got to and to earn all that money. Otherwise, everyone would be doing it. So listen, hats off to Deontay Wilder, man. I think that it could be the last fight of his career, man. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. Haven't heard nothing with regards to him having a potential opponent in the future. We all know, you know, he's put up some Instagram posts of him making music, seeming to be content with life at the moment. Was also talking about going on some sort of spiritual journey to see if he should fight anymore. To me, that sounds like he's got 1 foot out the door. Do you know what I mean? But you never know. Like, he could come back and he could just say, look, I went on that spiritual journey and I've been told that I should continue fighting. So you never know. He is what, 35, 36 years old, Deontay Wilder. In terms of a heavyweight, I mean, you have seen older heavyweights nowadays, but you got to look at the punishment he took in those last couple of fights, man, against Tyson Fury. He has been a world champion before. Could he be a world champion again? You never know. So the door is open, but for me, you know, it could be a case of Deontay Wilder saying, you know what, I've done what I had to do. My legacy secure. I'm rich, you know, 1,000,000 times over. So, you know, maybe I can just end my legacy here in terms of boxing and, you know, go into other ventures. I'm hearing that he is exploring other ventures in his life as well. So listen, for me, Deontay Wilder in the ring was very exciting. I used to love watching him fight. You know, he had me on the edge of my seat every time I did watch him, because you never know when the fight was going to end. For someone to take your lights out at the flick of a switch, you're always going to be on edge, because you think, this guy, he's coming to knock you out. He gets the knockout, and you know, is entertaining in the process. He's not, you know, he's not no Muhammad Ali. He's not no great technically proficient boxer. But sometimes you just want to see guys go in there, man, and swing it out, and that's what Deontay Wilder did. So whatever he decides to do, man, I'm sure that his people will support it. But yeah, I'm curious to know what you guys think, if you think he will go back in the ring again, and if you think he should go back in the ring again. Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.